Welcome to another episode, and today I'm going to be talking to you about all the stuff I missed this week. So much news that went by, and I didn't cover because I was stressed out because I had to move. And I was looking at rent, and I just might not be able to afford to keep the same job I had unless they want to pay me more because the cost of living is way more expensive than I thought. But that's a story for another video. Now this week, I didn't talk about the PlayStation event that was shown recently, about a few days ago. I ended up streaming it, but I didn't put it in my channel. And to tell you the truth, it was a little underwhelming. But I don't think that's PlayStation's fault. And the same thing goes for Xbox, as people say their games are underwhelming. Now, me being a video gamer, I love brand new games, so I'm always excited for any games that are gonna come out. And even though I may not like some of them, I'm still interested to see what they're gonna bring. So when they showed us Halo, Everwild, Stray, and even Ratchet and Clank, I was excited to see those games because I'm excited to play them. But I gotta admit, even though I was excited to see them and they look good, they're not necessarily next gen. They don't really blow you away. And I don't think we're going to be able to see games like that for at least a good year into the system's life cycles. Right now, the games that we see look good, but only because it's the end life of PlayStation 4 and Xbox X. So the games are going to look better because the devs know how to use those systems. And they're going to have to figure out how to get the best power out of the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X from the get-go, and it's gonna take time for them to get to that fidelity where they're at with the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox. So I think, me specifically, I expect too much from my games and from developers, and I think I'm only gonna be disappointing myself. And if you're anything like me, you're gonna be disappointed too. Yes, I expect the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 to be awesome, but not right when they launch. So I'm gonna temper my expectations just a bit. Even though I like what I'm seeing, I don't think that if you don't get a console at launch, you're really gonna miss out. You might miss out on PlayStation 5 games because they're not trying to do cross-generation compatible games. And if you're a PlayStation 5 gamer, I don't think you'll see games that take advantage of the system for at least a whole year after its release. Now that may be fine with gamers who don't necessarily care and just want to get the next best gen system out there. You know, the same thing we did when the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 launched. I mean, Grand Theft Auto is still the best selling game ever, and that was a 360 title. That was a PlayStation 3 title. And it took well into a year before the PlayStation 4 started getting good games. The same with the Xbox. So I think everybody needs to chill and just enjoy what's coming out for what it is. And just know that eventually our games are gonna get better. But one thing that is not gonna get better, apparently, is iOS. And that's gonna affect me because I use a Mac and I use an iPhone, which means I won't be able to take advantage of Xcloud on Game Pass. Me, someone who loves Game Pass and would love to take those games with me wherever I go. I can't do it. Now, the reason why is because Apple can't necessarily get money from these downloads because you're not necessarily downloading these games from Apple's system, you're just downloading the app, and the app allows you to download the games off of Xcloud. And Apple doesn't see any revenue from that. Now, according to Apple, they say that the reason why is because they cannot rate the games that are being put onto their platform. But that's just a bunch of bullshit because the ESRB already rates all these games. So the only reason why Apple doesn't allow this is because they're competition. Xcloud is competition, and Google Stadia is competition. And since you can't make money off this competition, they just rather you not allow it. I am up to buy a brand new phone since I've had mine for about 3 years and it's cracked as hell. But I've been putting off because of everything, the pan, having to find a new job and everything, and I don't want to spend money I don't have to. But now I'm deeply considering next time when I upgrade, I just might go with Android. And it's probably gonna be my first Android phone ever. I've been using iPhone since the first iPhone came out and I never looked back. But if they're not gonna be consumer friendly, then why would I spend about $1,000 on a phone that doesn't let me play the games that I have. Might as well get something a little bit cheaper and play the games that I have. So as it stands right now, I won't be able to take advantage of Xcloud, which sucks. But maybe in time I will. That's gonna do it for this episode, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you didn't like this video, put a thumbs down. It's all good because it helps either way. Remember, when shit hits the fan and your favorite phone doesn't play the games that you already own because they want a cut of the profit, run.